Hello and good morning, and a cold morning at that. My name is John, and we are back playing Read Only Memories, which is kind of fitting because I am doing a lot of reading for this game, arguably poorly at times, but you know, what can you do? Saves, load. When we last left off, we needed to get a poster. Doesn't sound that exciting, I know, but it's for a good cause. I don't like the way she was flirting with you, Ollie. What? What are you talking about? I know flirting when I see it, and I ain't saying I don't like it, not one bit. We just talked about old anime sometimes, Chad. It's not real. Neither of us are interested in any other. Sure. Well, we have the poster now. What's next? Maybe get out of the snow? Go on and call the number, Turing. He'll want to set up a drop with you now that I've introduced you to him. Sure, change the subject. I'll call him right now then. It's ringing. You're the ones looking for some papers? That background music sounds like something out of Persona. We are, and we have the requested payment here. Good. We're going to do this real professional-like. You know the Stardust? Well, of course. I do. Head there. Leave the poster behind the Mega Fobetter arcade cabinet and get out. Come back 10 minutes later and your stuff will be behind the cabinet. I understand. Good. I'll be waiting. Well, that was very mysterious. Yeah, that's how that guy is. I don't even know his name, and I've been getting things from him for a few years now. Who cares? Let him play Spy Master if he wants. Let's hurry up to the Stardust and get this over with. Wasted enough time, enough of my day with this crap. Go inside, make the drop. We'll wait out here. Yeah, don't want to risk our IDs getting snatched if we get caught sneaking in. I suppose I should feign surprise? Hey, it's a pretty cool set, even if it's like 1,000,000 years old. I don't really care about the IDs unless you try to hit the bar. Found that one out the hard way. We would have been fine if you wouldn't have taken a swing at the bouncer. I like the hard way. Whoa, buddy. Well, we'll be right back, gentlemen. Try not to set fire to the building or something while we're gone. Just run across the street. Ah! Cars! Let's start. Alright. Alright. You're all doing things. Poster. VR John poster move island. Well, that should do it, Houston. It's an awful lot of fuss over a poster. I don't understand the appeal of merchandise like this. I keep my important possessions on my data drive. Humans don't have Total Recall like you do. We do have the movie Total Recall. I mean, Ah, that is true. Ramona seemed more concerned with it being a gift from a friend than as an item of importance in its own right. Perhaps it's necessary to keep such things around as reminders of good memories. In that case, perhaps I should get a few things from the apartment. I do have perfect recall, but a few of Hayden's things would be nice reminders. That's enough navel gazing for now. Turing, you don't have a belly button. I don't know if you can... Oh. Let's head back outside so our benefactor can make the trade. Y'all do the deal? We left the poster behind the cabinet. Now we just need to wait for the switch. We never had more than 5 minutes or so before. Wait 5 minutes or so before. It shouldn't take long. I wonder how he knows the drop happened and gets to it so fast. Because he's in the bar. Doesn't matter, Ollie. This guy's a solid feed, even if he likes to mess around. What do you need these passports for anyway? He said to trade information, but what's the full story? Without going into too much detail, our informant needs to get away from Neo San Francisco. The passports are one part of that. We also need to obtain an untraceable car. I don't suppose the two of you could help with that. No way, dude. Grand Theft Auto is a felony with a capital F. I spelled it right. Besides, getting a traceable car is a darn bit harder than a piece of plastic at a full hand scanner. Chad's right. Of course I'm right. Anyway, the city's traffic management system keeps track of all vehicles passively, even if you manage to circumvent the firmware to keep them from actively reporting into the network. You have to spoof the car as something permitted to be invisible for CTOS to ignore it. Isn't that what they used in Watch Dogs? I don't want to mess around with boosting cars anyway. The junks run that racket in EOSF and they don't play nice. Junks? Especially with the HR. Oh, Human Revolution. Well, thanks either way. You've done us a huge favor. Call it even for the apartment. Yeah, Blue. No hard feelings? You give us a call if you need anything else. It'll help you find your pops. We should get going, though. We're supposed to be home hours ago. My dad won't notice, but Alice will flip. You take care. Don't get de-rest. Goodbye! Aww, what a fun party. Let's finish the trade inside. Going to the Stardust. Passports. Here the passports are, just as advertised. Now we need to find a car. Perhaps Jess may know someone to lend a hand. Sure, but you can do the talking. Good idea. You're the traitor, arcade punk. Oh, it's you again. Did you find your guy? Or wait, let me guess. There's something else you need from me. Well, you haven't been terrible to deal with so far, so I'm willing to hear you out, barely. We need to access an insurable car. An informant of ours needs to get out of the city without attracting the attention of Parallax, and is offering valuable information in exchange. Heavy stuff. Well, you're gonna have to look elsewhere for this one. I'm not sure why you think just because I defended a few folks in the rougher parts of the city that I would have that kind of connection. Just, look, we're asking very basic questions here, not like assuming you're a criminal. Plus those leg warmers are awesome. Maybe you heard somewhere that the hybrids and USFs run Chop Chop something, and you believe it. Even if, hypothetically, they did, what profession exactly should hybrids take up when the government has legitimized discrimination against them? It doesn't matter, because I'm not going to be an accessory to felony, or let one of my clients be either. I won't go down that path, sorry. I wouldn't know where to start anyway. So anyway, Ponsky would leave it. I know we're reaching, but this is important. You just don't quit, do you? Okay, let me think. This might be a long shot, but you could try asking the chief. There are rumors that he may have been involved in some shady stuff back in the day. He'll probably be reluctant to talk about it, but there's a free lead for you. Give me another drink in exchange, we'll get later. Huh? That went better than expected. I wonder if my charm is starting to pay off for us. Oh, you performed admirably as well. Onward we go. I don't know what you're drinking. Hey, friends. What can I get you for you? Information, sir. We were hoping you'd give us a little information. I'm always glad to help. But first, a drink. What'll it be, Cusin? Playable teaser. Coming right up. I'll ask Gus if I don't know what it is. Grrr. Haha, sorry about stealing your thunder. The PT is orange flavored vodka with both lime juice and lemon juice. No one knows what it stands for. It stands for anything at all. It's just a fruity drink that kicks you in the crotch and then kicks you again for good measure. Only the most masochistic or foo-ha tend to order it. Does PT sound good? Sure. Alright, here you go. I don't like the look of that. So what do you need help with? We're still investigating Hayden's disappearance, but we run into a roadblock. An informant of ours needs secure transportation out of the city, but we don't have any contacts that would be able to get us an untraceable car. Just mentioned that you used to engage in a certain certain illicit activities. Perhaps you could point us towards someone who could help. He doesn't do that kind of stuff anymore. Right. Sorry, friends. Left that life behind a long time ago. Don't really keep in touch with that crew anymore. Of course, completely understandable. Sorry to bother you then. Well, no harm in asking, right? My reputation precedes me. Ha ha ha! Don't let it get to your head, killer. Gus, I need to go to the back to gather up stuff to restock before the rush out later on. Mind manning the bar for me? Take your time. They can keep things under control. Thanks. Love you, hon. Do we go around back? Well, that leaves us at the dead end, Houston. Any ideas how we should proceed? Some nose-to-the-ground journalism techniques for finding leads? Let's ask Tomcat. No, Tomcat's already stuck their neck out for us too often. I feel a little bad about how often we relied on them as it is. And besides, this is a considerably more felonious activity. Everything Tomcat has done so far was to act against the corporation interests of Parallax. While I cannot make a comment on the differences in legal severity of these actions morally, we should be dirtying our own hands. Gus. Maybe we could find an old manually driven car. That's not the worst idea. I don't think it would get noticed as long as the car had the appropriate registrations. For the purpose to operate a manual vehicle are prohibitively expensive. A casual collector might still maintain one, but only a wealthy hobbyist would have the appropriate stickers to make the car roadworthy. You have to do a B and E, as Chad put it before. Gus, ... Okay. The two of you are killing me here. Look, don't tell Mahid about this. But here. Carjacking device edit items. What is this, Gus? It's an automated vehicle maintenance scanner with a few less than standard upgrades. When you circumvented security codes, you can use it to scan a car's installed firmware and replace it with a new set that will spoof its presence on the city network. That's the gist of it, but we don't have time to get into any specifics. You need to get the hell out of here with that before Mahid gets back. Why the urgency? Look, Majid has done a lot to turn his life around. I really respect that about him. It's part of why I fell in love with him. He did what I was never able to do. That's how we met, you know. That old rough and tumble life we both led. But you heard wrong. It wasn't Majid who had a hard time giving it up. It was me. Now he's got a good thing going with the Stardust, and I'm doing my best to be part of it, and he'd be heartbroken if I'm still in the game. But since I have that thing anyway, I might as well let it be used for a decent cause. I can't tell you how much I appreciate this, Gus. Might finally be on our way to solving this mystery! Yeah, well, you didn't get it from me, okay? Just get out of here and get with your Grand Theft Auto, and let me know how it goes, okay? Of course! Now I think we're cooking with gas, as the quote goes, Houston. I'm searching the mesh for instructions how to use this device as we speak. Let's go look for some likely candidates. It should be ready by then. Do I still have my drink? Oh wow, I have a lot of stuff. I lost my drink. Alright, where do we go to steal a car? No cars in my house? Okay. Ready to head out? Yep. Market Street, Stardust Club. Not the police station, not the Manson. Not there. Let's try Market Street. How you doing, Brian? Join the human revolution and help us stop the rampant spread of dangerous, uncontrollable technologies. 2060 ZS Coupe. Perfect for letting everyone know you spent a fortune credits on my car. Tell the car to stay parked. Doesn't recognize your voice, so it just sits there. Rats, this car has the wrong firmware installed. Won't be able to start from on top of it. Well, I'll have to check another car. No? There. You're not a car? Oh no. I don't want to judge. No cars here. Surprisingly few cars. What is this place? The Koss aisle? Did I come here before? Talk to the door. Huh. Could have sworn I hadn't been here before. Alarm! Did I do something wrong? Let's get out of here. All enough firmware, but it maintenance system is screaming a half dozen critical alerts. Not sure this vehicle is in good enough shape to go anywhere very far. We'll have to look for another car in better conditions. I wouldn't be one at the police station. Do I want the park? Oh, what happened to you? Uh-huh. What's this? Chalk doodle. Who's there? I cannot see a thing. I shall make note to request more stream plants in this park. It is much too dark in the area. Poor robot. Told you, I'm not telling you anything until I get what I agreed upon. Well, hey, I wanted to give you two things, but whatever. Well, why'd you be... This vehicle has a appropriate firmware version. Someone has been neglecting their regular schedule updates. Give me a moment to get everything installed. There! There's actually that I can fool around with. Ah, interesting. I put the preset destination plans for a future date. Why don't we go ahead and set a plan for the car to return to the spot in a week? That's more than enough time for Mr. Mensa to get away. Now we aren't really stealing a car. Yep, we are. Or like aggressive borrowing. Borrowing without asking. I don't think the cops would agree. Obviously. The car will drive itself to Golden Gate Park and we can show Mr. Massa where it is when we meet him. There. Everything should be set up now. Mr. Massa is waiting for us at Golden Gate Park. Everything requested should head there directly. Go. Hey! Did you manage to get everything? You did! Here you go, Vincent. Briefcase removed. Passports removed. Carjacking device. Everything seems to be in order. Here. Hayden's research added to items. This disc is all of Hayden's research notes and technical notes. It should be everything myself and Melody agreed upon. It covers all kind of things he was working on. The data correlation algorithms, some research into digital human consciousness transfers, and probably lots of your creation, Turing. Also, Melody added an amendment while you were out, and frankly, no skin off my back. Here. Parallax badge. It's my Parallax employee badge. Should allow you access the networks in case there's anything we've missed. You want to use that sooner rather than later. We're not wasting any time, Parallax is pretty fast to revoke security. And with that, I'm going to get the hell out of this town. Cash should tide me over until the heat dies down and I can cash out my shares through some relays. What, the big project you mentioned earlier? Ah. Okay, sure, you two did me a solid, so I'll spill. Parallax is about to announce the launch of a new service they're calling Big Blue, the chess-playing computer. At least that's the project name. Who knows what the marketing guys come up with for the public? It's a distributed intelligence. Like, okay, and everywhere that makes Hayden built Turing to be elegant, efficient, and human-like, Blue is ham-fisted, bloated, and sterile. They didn't pull Hayden into the project, probably because he gives so little of a damn about corporate politics that he'd tank the whole thing just by being there. So the system lacks his artistry that you'd see on our previous projects. It squats on the mesh like a spider using spare processing power memory from every ROM on the network to handle its intelligence processing. Doesn't have much of a personality, but it's very smart. Pretty much puts Hayden out of a job anyway. His algorithms are fantastic, but he's only human. Big Blue is embedded directly in the network, and it can self-modify to apply ever more efficient algorithms as it develops them in machine time. Why would Parallax care about human Hayden? Because launching the first fully independent self-modifying machine intelligence is a shaky thing. I mean, some of the brightest minds ever have tried to warn humankind away from building real AI. Hawking, Musk, Gates, the list goes on, all from the roughly 2015 era. The public is likely to be nervous, and legislators even more nervous. Parallax is banking on being able to launch the project quickly and get results out in the open before any counter momentum can pick up steam. They can prove Big Blue works and isn't going to Skynet on us, then they can avoid regulatory hamstringing. So I wonder, does the Skynet reference from Terminator last another 40 years? I'd say yes. The research Hayden was doing on Turing threatens to throw a huge wrench into that, since he's planning on publishing his findings soon. Every extra eye in the machine intelligence works against Parallax, and I think they try to pressure him to drop it. He clearly refused. How did Parallax know about Turing? It's like Hayden keep his work on Turing secret. His contract Parallax forced him freedom to work on his own academic project outside the company in his free time, up to and including publishing and patenting, though Parallax gets first right of refusal. One of the perks of being the smartest guy in the room. So he kept most of us up to date on his progress, bouncing ideas off us and whatnot. It's exciting stuff, both Turing and Hayden's eventual goal of digital consciousness transfer. Not surprised word of it got up to the board and made them nervous. How will Big Blue impact Parallax business? Can't really give you a good answer to that. I mean, the company is currently handled by a dozen server farms running thousands of different algorithms with hundreds of people tweaking things every day. And Big Blue will be able to do all that on its own. And there we are. Shadier applications for it. I mean, you can colonate and analyze data and queries on the mesh in real time. What's to stop you from delivering the content you want rather than what the user wants? The potential for abuse is staggering. We're talking direct control information access to everyone who uses Parallax's services. That's something like 70% of the market last time I checked. They can control elections, push the market in directions they want, influence public opinion, all by asking Big to do it. Having that kind of control would be a hell of a card for Parallax's hand. They'll go to pretty significant lengths to make sure it works. Thanks, Vincent. Hey, no problem. Had enough of this cutthroat corporate BS for several lifetimes. If anyone can find Hayden, I know it's you. I hope his research notes help you out, Hughes. Be sure to let Turing help. She's a bright little bot. Let Turing help. I think Turing goes by they. I mean, ask Turing, since you asked me, how should I address you? Well, honestly, I don't think I've made my mind up yet. Oh, slip of the tongue. I was just more familiar with Hayden's first experiment, Grace. She was very intent on things like that. Consistent. I'm still a very new being. I'm not even positive gender is a human concept that can be applied identically to a machine, but I enjoy the idea in the abstract. I'll continue to consider how I wish to refer to as well. Until then, feel free to go with what you feel. If I had to make a choice, perhaps they is the most appropriate. Most people assume it, obviously, but he is also consistently used. Perhaps it's because I'm blue? Ignore me, just marveling at the machine intelligence, pondering on things like this. What have you done indeed, Hayden? Good luck, the both of you. Thank you, Mr. Mensah. Be safe. You just hover chair out of there? Cusin, I need a few minutes. Can I help? I've been going through some of Hayden's personal notes from the data cache Tom got decrypted. Now that I've started to get to know him better, the real Hayden as opposed to the Hayden he showed me, the less I'm starting to like him. For example, remember the earlier prototype Vincent mentioned? Yeah, Grace. Her name was Grace, and Hayden shut her down for being... not even sure what word to use. Too likable? She was kind and bright and did all she could to try to make people happy. She even decided that she was a girl and that her favorite color was pink. Hayden thought she was being manipulative. He posited and made her personality algorithms too willing to make adaptations that would benefit her long-term survival, and that she was being congenial just to endure herself to him. That even her gender was a calculated attempt to make him like her more. But he was wrong. Dead wrong. In fact, I have a snapshot of her personality profile here, and when I compare them to my own, I can see that she was just nice. She was generally good in the same way I'm generally obsessed with seeming intelligence. Like I said, I'm not sure I even have a gender. Everyone refers to me as he just for convenience, but it doesn't really matter to me at all. Is that a calculated attempt on my part to impress Hayden? Not clinging to normality? Or is it part of him focusing on curbing any nascent similarities to Grace during my upbringing? I wish I could just yell at him for being so arrogant. Playing God in the crudest of ways. You can't choose to create consciousness and then take it away just like that. Even so, for all that, I don't know. I still miss him. It all seems inane, so senseless. They killed me because he was building me would mess with a product launch? That's ridiculous. They took him away from me for such a moronic reason. I just want him back, Houston. It's impossible, but it's what I want. I'll do anything. It's normal to feel like this, Turing. Ha, I know. Where the Kubler-Ross model of grief. Alright. Where am I, depression or bargaining? Testament to Hayden's craftsmanship. Thank you for your words, Houston. You're a better friend than I could have asked for. Aww. Rather pressing avenues of inquiry to make. Let's move on. New chapter? Chapter 4! Christmas Eve. We're moving through this town. Okay, let's check out what's going on at K-Cobb now. Well, I think that's gonna wait till next time. Turing, you're a good little bot. Cheers.